game. This is a big game for Team Joy. They have a good group of guys. And if they win this game, they're in the CWC, and that would be huge for them. Obviously, Zone of Control needs to win here. They'll need a win in game 3 to guarantee a slot in CWC. If the winner of this game or this series, it's the loser of this series, will indeed actually have a second chance to get in. So there's no panic if you lose this series, but certainly you want to secure it now for good things to go. And right out of the gate, Team 1, Scotland, no surprise. We first banned Zulu. Yeah, no kidding. So Scotland, with the amenity changes and the way that the amenities are working now, Scotland has become ridiculously overpowered. No surprise to see them banned. They're either going to get banned or they'd be first picked. And Joy has decided they don't want to play them, but they don't want to play against them either. They're banned. Also, the second ban, Zulu, they allowed Zulu to slip through. I could tell you firsthand, Zone of Control was not happy. Zone of Control was not happy about what happened, allowing Zulu to get through and be picked by Joy the first game. They were definitely getting banned this time, and good to know. Big surprise. If China gets banned here, I'm going to be surprised. They was officially banned. They actually got him out. That is actually interesting, because I thought that China would be a target that Joy would want to play, and they actually banned them, so they don't want to play with them or against them. Looks like Fish and the Zone of Control folks are going to ban Germany, maybe? Are they going to lock that in? I think that throws them off, because they're planning on banning Joy, and now they're thinking maybe we ban Germany, because on 7 Cs, which is what we're playing here, 7 Cs can be a little bit of a mixed bag, but if Germany gets a big spot, okay, so really quick, boom, Ethiopia off the board, no surprise there. The choice was to ban Dido right out of the gate. Okay, so interesting there. Zone of Control going to ban Dido. Looks like, okay, so Peter got through and they want to play Russia, so interesting. I don't know. I might have banned Russia over Germany, to be honest with you, but there you go. But I was also surprised. I thought on 7 Cs, I thought that the first pick out of Astikos and Team Joy would be some sort of naval dom. Like they really like. I've seen in the past they've played a lot of games with. Interesting. I'm seeing a lot of interesting stuff here. I've seen a lot of games with Harold. They picked Harold. I do know that Zone of Control wants to get a couple of really strong civs here. Victoria, I think they really wanted Dido. Dido out. The decision was maybe Japan or Victoria. They've pivoted towards Victoria. I'm guessing that's just because that's who Noob wants to play. If Noob wants to play Victoria, then I think that's the right choice for them. Now they got a second choice. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they pick another naval civ here. The question is, do they pick Maori or do they pick Japan? If they pick Japan, they leave Maori on the board. And Maori could be really annoying to play. I think that they do go Japan. So Maori's still on the board. If Maori slips through, I could see them getting banned in the second phase. I would not be surprised to see a Maori pick here. Actually, no, they'll probably go Herald, and then they ban Maori. They'll go Herald, then ban Maori, if I had to guess. Be my guess. You seem to have gotten over the nasty case of dead inside you had yesterday. Moondoggy, at the end of that stream, I was dead inside yesterday. I felt dead inside. Oh, they did go Coupe. Oh my god. All the things that they talked about in Zone of Control, in the Zone of Control war room have gone against them, and wow. We talked about either pick Maori or ban them. They didn't ban them or pick them. I don't know what is going on, But now I would imagine they ban Herald so that at least they don't get too strong naval civs. I don't know. I like the Rome ban. The Rome ban we talked about. Rome ban into Norway ban, or maybe they're not afraid of playing against Norway. But if you ban Norway, they've already got Japan and Victoria. Norway ban leaves very little else. Indonesia is probably the only other choice. They could ban Indonesia if they'd rather play against Norway, I guess. I apologize. Nubia is very good with China. I totally agree. But in the 7 games I had knowledge of, Canada ban is not surprising, having gotten Russia already. In the 7 games that I've seen with Joy, 4 of them I've streamed, they picked China, I believe, 4 times to play. And they maybe banned them once, but they picked them like 4 times. So they don't want to play against Rome. They don't want to play against France. They're going to leave Norway and Indonesia on the table. I guess they figured they can't ban both if they want to ban Rome, so let them pick whatever one they want. Take Rome and Catherine de Medici right off the board. And I do believe I know exactly what the next pick will be after this ban comes through, assuming this ban isn't where they... So Basil banned, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is going to be Persia right here. I will be 100% shocked out of my mind if Cyrus doesn't pop up here from Persia. Shocked out of my mind. This Basil ban is very interesting because Basil was very much discussed as a possibility for being played by Damodar. There it is, Cyrus. Rome off the board. Joy loves Rome. Excuse me. Joy loves playing with Rome and Persia. So banning one, picking the other is really, really nice here. I think Joy's probably wondering what the heck to do now as far as their picks. They're going to have to pick a naval civ, I would imagine, to play with Coupe on the seas against Victoria and Hojo. And then they'll have to pick one other civ. They, of course, have their sim win condition up here. So something militaristic on the land, I would guess, with Rome and France off the board. Maybe they grab Scythia. What the heck just happened? Ruh-roh. Oh, shit. So I guess we redo it and everybody picks the exact same thing? Oh, they don't really have to because all the banning is done, so it's just a matter of just type last pick. Who did they pick? What is this 1.08 shit? Mapuche. Okay, Mapuche is not bad. In the right position, Mapuche can be pretty tough to play against, but I don't think they're too concerned about it. So I missed the pick before that though. Mapuche and who? Yeah, they get 2 picks. Mapuche and who is the big question. So I'll try to get caught up on chat here when we're on loading screen, guys. Oh, I thought he said a desync. He meant if a disconnect, will ask the host become host. Oh, they picked Indonesia. So they didn't go Norway at all. That's interesting. So they went as I said, military civ, and they went with another naval civ. Indonesia was a good pick. Mapuche was a pretty solid pick. They've gone with Mapuche and Indo, and they're picking Pericles. Interesting. I'm wondering if Noob's going to go Pericles? No, Noob will go Victoria. I'm guessing Pericles is going to be Damodar, and he's going to counter the culture of Russia. He'll want to make sure. He'll have to hope he's on the back line. They don't have a remap now. Okay. We're going to be relobbing now. Here we go. We got to go in here and get the lobby. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm going to try to get caught up here. Hey, Slum, good to see you. Everybody, it's great to see you. I'm doing great, Juice. Yes, absolutely. Newbon, Vicky, Jessica will be playing Japan. We talked at length about banning Rome and picking Persia in the second phase. That went off perfectly. So it's going to be pretty deadly to watch to watch Fish playing Persia. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoy the ride. Pick Harold and shit on Maori. Canada could have countered Russia's culture somewhat, but unfortunately Canada got banned, so that wasn't an option, which made sense. Joy did the smart thing there by when they got a hold of Russia, banning Canada was a smart play. This is a live spectating, commenting broadcast of the game, Juiced. Thank you, Moondoggy, for that. Hungary might be picked by Joy. Hungary was yeah, I don't think there was anybody by Joy that was going to play Hungary 100%. There was a possibility that Fish could have gone Hungary, but he decided to pivot to Persia. Piccadilly, that 16-player madness was insane. I couldn't even get to sleep. My body was just torn apart by that 16-player game yesterday. But fortunately, lobby's up. Fortunately, I did finally get some sleep and woke up to sunny skies despite the 1.5 feet of snow on the ground from yesterday. And yeah, I mean, I know to never do it again anyway. Norway gets awful spawns in the new BBS. Yeah, I've heard that Norway's gotten some weird stuff going on, so maybe just a smart decision to buy away from them, DeVries. I've actually seen a couple people post Norway spawns where they're actually smack dab in the middle of the forest. So yeah, essentially that's what everyone's done. 2 naval on 7 seas. And then, well, really Zona Control's got 2 sim civs, but one of their sim civs, Persia, is also incredibly powerful on the military side. Go with a nice blue today. Yeah, so it should be interesting. Yes, it was crazy. I couldn't even play. It was I got kind of trolled in that game too. My team was like, "You got to tank push. You go ahead and tank push." Turn 85, tank push on an 8v8. It was cancerous. I was getting hit with 6 or 7 times before I even logged in. And by the time I logged in, the game had gotten so laggy I couldn't even move my units for 5 more seconds. It was a complete waste. I should have gone top tree. Should have got my labs. I could have gotten to 700 or 800 science. It wouldn't have mattered because we couldn't push them. And I don't know, maybe we could have represented a science victory, but everybody wanted me to push. So I'm like, all right, fine, I'll push. It was a waste. Never should have listened to them. What are you going to do? But yes, Downbag, I would consider Persia as much a culture and sim civ as they are a domination and military civ. Persia is one of the best sim civs in the game, but they also happen to have a very strong early military bonus. I would count Cyrus as land military early. They have really strong military bonus and a really strong military unit. I would imagine he will definitely, assuming he's got anybody around him, he will push the Immortals and hurt somebody. He will 100% push the Immortals and hurt somebody if anyone's around him. Thank you, Moondoggy. I appreciate the support. Spawns are always extremely important. Zona Control made a big mistake in the first game, respawning. They were easy clap win with their spawn, but they chose to respawn because Jessica was isolated with Japan, and it was a big mistake. They easy clap win the first game if they don't respawn. Now they don't have a token, and they got to take whatever they're dealt. Yes, that's the thing. On 7Cs, you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes you might get a decent spawn, like with Russia, but you might not get a good one, Search say. What am I going to be playing with them? It depends. It'll be months into the future. It won't be in this. It won't be in this round of CWC. But you know, in the new year, maybe as the next season gets underway, I'll be on the team. Likely after, so maybe like March, April, whenever the next qualifying setup goes. DeVries, you're hoping that Joy makes this a quick 2-0. DeVries, you just have something against Zone of Control, or? Yeah, I was playing great Piccadilly. I loved my spawn. I loved the way things were going. And then I pivoted away from Top Tree when I shouldn't have. I should have just done my thing. I 100% should have just done my own thing and not listen. Ascos on Russia. It's Peter's. If he has a good spawn, it's going to be hard to stop. If he's got defensive in front of him, it'll be tough. DeVries, you're on Team Joy? I thought you were on... Okay, wait a minute. Why aren't you... Oh, yes, you are. Oh, my God, of course you are. Oh, my God, my brain... Okay, you can't blame me. The 8v8 last night fried my brain. Of course you're on Team Joy. I was totally brain farting there. You're Mr. Mr. Samaria, obviously. I knew that. I did 4 of your games against Wheelchair Gaming, and somehow my brain didn't equate that because I've got so much other stuff in my head. And sorry, DeVries, very good point. Is Maori spawning in a sea or land? Maori will get a quick spawn. That's the other thing, is Maori is a very, very strong Civ on 7Cs, because they're gonna, generally speaking, they're gonna get a really good quick settle, right? Because there's not great big oceans that you have to span across, right? So there's gonna be something fairly close by you can find. There's gonna be lots of coastlines to explore, which means snagging extra goodie huts, finding city states, getting intel on the enemy, finding the best places to settle cities. Depending on what their spawn looks like, what their area looks like. Oh. I readied up twice. Yes, I was ready. I readied up, and then I saw I went unreadied, so I readied up again, and I was talking to you guys.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest.
I don't think I was. I don't know what Gonzo's talking about.
On towards the stars.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Normally there are promises to buy screams down the throat of opposition players. When did I scream down anybody's throat? It's so funny that it didn't equate in my head about DeVries. That was just funny. All right, here we go. We're underway. We're going to be seeing our first option for a map. There's a potential for 1 remap, assuming no technical remaps. I think maybe on 7Cs there's maybe a slightly higher chance of a technical remap because there's a lot more coastlines. And if the mountains get mixed in the wrong way with coastlines, you could potentially see it. We've seen it before, having a technical remap, but we'll see what happens. Thanks for being here, everybody. Appreciate it. Okay, here we go. All kinds of land. Let's take a look at what we've got. Predictions. I'm not making predictions, but I will. Oh, okay. So Peter already settled. Loved his 2-2 on a fissure, but not an optimal spawn by any means. He'll have room for a couple cities here and a city up here, but then it's going to be all regular. He is going to be on his own, but certainly is not going to have an optimal setup for Dance of the Aurora. So we could potentially, based on that alone, see a potential remap. What else do we have? We have Indonesia over here on what's a pretty sizable inland sea of their own. Doesn't look like there's anybody else around. We have London up here with a nice little settle. Surprised they didn't go on the 2-2 here. Oh, he wanted fresh water. There's a river there. My bad. He wanted that. Okay. Lot of fishing boats potential in that. Sorry, no, 3 actually. I thought that was close enough. What else do we have? Japan down here on some fresh waters. Got some 2-2s. Quick decision there. Fissure will help out. Not much of a harbor to start out with, though, unfortunately. We've got Greece over here has stepped onto a 2-2, and they are going to be. This is a big inland sea for Japan, so they should have a lot of fun. But, and actually, this is actually kind of grouped up here. 3 civs all grouped up. We're going to find Persia. There is Persia over here, aptly named Alpha. As many of you might be familiar with, Fish does. He names all the cities Alpha, Bravo, etc. And Maori, right in their face. This is not going to be a lot of fun for Maori if they try to forward. Maori does not have a lot going on for them right now with this setup. Because they can't settle right in their face, because I don't think they want a 1v1. I don't think Consom wants to 1v1 the best player on the planet. Or one of the best players on the planet. He might end up coming over here somewhere and then cutting things off. Unfortunately, not a lot of good land for Fish. And then up here is Mapuche. So once again, really tough spot for Fish, and there's nothing they can do about it if they want to respawn it. I'm guessing there's a pretty good chance of a respawn here, however. We're on to turn 2. Scouts are, of course, underway for anybody who is settled. The settle's gone in there. He's jumped across onto a 4-1, actually. I missed that tile earlier. So he's got a 4-1 base in there. There's actually a goodie hut over here. He's gone north. He has a fair amount of space. Got a wonder up here. London's got pretty average land there. He will have access to settle this, but it's not going to really give him access to Russia. Russia's kind of isolated with decent land. I'm guessing that they don't respawn this, and this is going to be interesting. And this is also very interesting. We are going to see some really crazy, interesting early action. There's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind that this favors Joy, this setup. I would imagine that they will not resettle this. He is going to be instantly forced to defend his land. He's going to spam units with his extra production here. And I don't know if there's a whole lot Fish can do. They rolled the dice and remapped last time when they shouldn't have. And they're going to pay the price for it, I think. Indonesia has some interesting options up here for spawning across there. I would imagine, like, there's no real way to get to Fish. Like, he is all by himself with Mapuche up here. They're going to push south. They're going to push in here. Like, this is going to go really, really poorly for them. This is not good right now. Turn 8 reload if Maori doesn't take Cyrus? Well, he's not going to take it by turn 8. There's no way he takes it in 4 turns. I mean, I think that their early gamble, they're taking an early gamble here if this doesn't work out for them. But he's just going to spawn warriors. He'll spawn warriors, maybe a couple slingers, get to archery. That extra movement there is just absolute toxicity. They maybe should have declared war. I don't really think that settler is optimal. I don't know what. I think he shift entered into his second turn, but I don't think that's optimal. They're going to have to feed him money. I don't see anything optimal at all about the spawns here. Like, the spawns are just not good, really. There's not good land here. Shinguete would be a pretty quick, easy take and a good piece of land. But... Ooh, +6 campus. He is going to do what he can to get his settler out quick before he goes to spam units. But this is going to be straight set. They're going to have to buy him a unit. They bought him a warrior. They bought him an extra warrior in here. And they're going to try and defend. But here comes 4 warriors. I don't think he gets that settler out. Because they bought him a warrior as well. This is insane. So the choice to remap last game comes back to haunt them one more time, as they're gonna have to just keep buying units. There's nothing they can do about it. They're gonna have to keep buying them units. They're just gonna keep saving up money. I'm guessing they'll buy them a slinger. I mean, every penny is going to be into buying units. It's as simple as that. It's going to be a really hard push. They're going to have to cross rivers for everything. I don't know if I agree with the settler call. I don't even know how he gets the settler out. There's units coming from the north. Like, this is going to be absolutely... Like, Fish is going to be upset about this big time. Yeah, downbag, but I mean, at this point, he's not even going to get a second city. He's not even going to get a second city. I mean, he's trying to get a settler out, but this is going to stop him. I think he's probably a little flustered, I'm guessing. Like, this is really they have a really bad map. I mean, you literally, if you open this up, you can see all 3 of his opponents, or all 3 of his teammates are over here on one tiny little fraction of land. He's got land for days. Indonesia's got land for days. Russia's got land for days, and they're double teaming here. Like, this map could not be going worse for zone of control right now. He's sticking to the settler play. He's sticking to the settler play. I'm guessing he would like try to get another city over here. I think he just feels like I think he probably feels like he has to. He doesn't know that this is coming, but he just feels like if he doesn't get another city out, they're going settler now. They'll probably keep buying him units. Nobody's getting saved by a remap, Mamiwata. They used their remap already. So you get one remap per series. And the remap was already used. The remap token was already used by Zone of Control. And so the only remap token available would be whether or not Joy wanted to use it. And I would be shocked if they did. Russia's got a terrible spawn, really. But that being said, they have fish isolated. And the only thing is they don't know where any of the other three players are. And the other three players on Freeze Him, if they don't manage to kill fish, I'm guessing the Nays have it. There you go. So they're going to continue with this map. As you can see, Joy team members are more than happy to say good luck, have fun. I think that there's probably a little bit of a little bit less enthusiasm on the Zone of Control side. Do they make gold? Yes, they have. They have two teammates who will be able to make gold, but they can't make gold yet. Japan will rush harbors. London will rush harbors, but that's a ways off. None of them have gold tiles that they're currently working. None of them have the ability to get to gold tiles at this point. Looks like he got a builder in a goodie hut, and he's just doing a little bit of quick exploring. But at this point, they're simply just exploring their own land to themselves, and they just got screwed by Matt. They continue to pay the price. They continue to pay the price for. That's a tough. Yeah, that guy fortified. You're just going to get destroyed by that guy fortified crossing a river on a hill. Yeah, my guess is that he'll try to get a settler out the back. I don't know if he's seen that wheat tile or not, but he could put the city there. He hasn't seen this, but he's seen this. And since he's seen this, as long as he can hold off here and get that settler through there, they're going to have to buy him a unit. They'll buy him a unit, shift this warrior down, and get the settler out this way. And then if he knows he can have this, and then this is going to be free to take. I mean, it won't be great, but he knows he's got something back here. And at the very least, he'll be able to have two cities spamming units. So yeah, he knows he can settle this. It's not great, but I mean, there's a 1-3. Maybe they buy him a builder and he chops that, gets some mines, make it a productive city, get some units out. This is going to be rough here, though. This unit probably dies to that. Cross the river, maybe not. Oh no, he shift entered them out. Okay. So it's safe now. And then he can walk it back. They still haven't bought him another unit. Okay, there we go. They bought him another unit now. I was going to say they're just saving up gold to buy more warriors. Tech-wise, obviously he's rushing bronze working here, but I just don't know. My guess is that he throws down an encampment here. I just... Oh. If he can get to his unique unit, that's a long ways off, though. They're going to continue to fund this. Obviously, units have come from the north here to be a little bit of harassment. This unit dies next turn. They'll have to move this back. He can step to here and hold the warrior on that hill and settle here. and then he can hold this city for a long time. He's going to need to get to archery as well, though. That's the only other thing. Promos available. Promo taken. So that city, that unit, that scout is actually going to live. And he's going to lock those up and step back. And there's no way that they stop that settler from settling. He's back onto warriors. He's going to have to get... They can't get zone of control as long as this unit holds. But he's probably going to want to lock this tile up as well, I would think. 10 iron's the biggest problem? Yeah, because this is going to be tricky. Obviously, his teammates will be doing whatever they can to help. Settlers out there, settlers out here. There is iron there, so I'm guessing somebody else is probably going to follow. Yeah, everybody else is on mining right here. You can see the entire team is on mining. They're going to head to iron working and get iron online. He's going to have one there. She's got one there. And Noob is actually going to be able to settle an iron here. So the other team, the rest of the team, excuse me, the rest of the team will have iron to get online. For sure. And the biggest thing will be... So he settles that this turn. There you go. Holds that pass. That unit lives. Alright, so he was able to actually get the double hit and get the kill there. Okay. So he's getting another settler in his face coming. He is going to get Monument up because he needs to get some culture going or else he's screwed anyway. The settler is an interesting choice. I'm assuming they know that he's going to... Is he really going settler here? I mean, they know they're going to buy him units. So every drop of gold is going to be buying units, obviously, for him. The team is still obviously not... There's not a lot of time yet. I don't know where he thinks he'll get another settler off. I mean, there's no... This is not a great settle here. I don't know. What's Mapuche up to? I mean, he's got his settler out now. His units are damaged down here, not really doing a whole lot. This unit probably dies next turn. Yeah. Oh, actually, did he? Yeah, he died. He killed him at the beginning of the unit. Okay, there you go. So he's injured here, but they're going to buy him a warrior pretty soon, I would imagine. Then this guy will drop back and heal. They'll hold this pass. They've thrown a lot of resources here. They've thrown a lot of resources at it here, and they don't have a lot to show for it. I think up to 6. They've bought them 2 warriors and built 3 warriors. Bought them 2, and he had the original, and he hasn't really accomplished much. In fact, right now, Fish has 4 warriors to Coupe's 3. He's going to get a slinger up. They're going to continue to buy him stuff. It'd be interesting to know if Joy is continuing to feed. If Joy's going to continue to feed or not. Everything into this, right? Because this is an all-in, right? You commit everything you've got right here. And of course, at the same time, still no settle. Okay, so he went Holy Site right into what did he get for Pantheon? He went River Goddess because he's got no tundras. So it's River Goddess Russia, and he went straight into prayers. He doesn't want to be denied his religion, so he's got religion in mind that he does not want to get denied. Japan is on 2 cities. I like this. The gold settle's fantastic. They need that. He's going to settle this 2-2 on the lake. He'll buy the 2-2-3, and that'll pay for itself really quickly and feed the gold to the team, to Fish, of course. Inland settled by... Oh, that's for the culture. He'll settle down here next. I would have preferred to see this settle, actually, and get the 2-2-3. But I guess they want the culture up and running quickly. Another settler coming, of course. That city will settle soon. Mapuche still hasn't gotten second city settled. He's going to come over here somewhere. And he's on builder now. Oh, and then no second city yet for Indonesia, but they are about to settle it next turn and a settler on the way. I think I just heard something getting bought. It was another war. Oh, actually, so here we go. Really good positioning from Fish. This failed. The slingers are coming. They'll turn those into archers. Fish is going to have another settler here. I'm assuming he wants to maybe try to get down through here. But this is like crazy dangerous. I don't know where he wants to go. Maybe he tries to settle this. Make them cross rivers. It's not very defensible at all because of these hills. I don't know where he's planning this settler, honestly. They've upgraded these into archers. Things are going to get a lot more painful here soon. I mean, Fish is a hell of a lot better this game than I am. I don't know if I like the settler play, though. Is it appropriate for me to whine about users whining to me all day today? Maybe ironic, but maybe, I don't know. Indonesia's not bad. Indonesia is a solid Civ, but they don't really offer a win condition. I mean, it's not really. This is just kind of irrelevant at this point. This is gold production, right? That's gold production. This is the win condition, and then the double team here is the other option. My only thought here is that Fish must be thinking, if you don't get a settler now, you're not going to get a third city ever. And I'm guessing that's his thought. But this is a really tricky situation here. They're probably going to be shocked to see that settler pop up. I don't know where he's taking it. He's going to take it down here. If I were them, I would not have done this. Into a monument, into a builder, getting the horses up is key. But I would have maybe gotten a couple warriors and brought them down here and made this a lot more tricky. Because now he's isolated this warrior in this position, and he can slide the city through here and come settle this. It's going to be hard, but again, they're going to be buying him units. Every drop of gold will be from zone of control will be dropped right in here. Unfortunately, this warrior is going to take a beating from these archers, and he's going to lose this position, and it's going to be very hard to hold. Now, he can hold units here and keep himself from being zone controlled because archers can't hit this. With these hills here, these tiles will be safe from any sort of attack. But he's going to need units. I'm assuming they're going to get purchased shortly. That guy's going to get a promotion. He'll take the promotion for not being killed by or against ranged attacks. Oh, he actually shifted it entering. Okay, so he wanted to save the unit. That makes a lot of sense. Here comes another archer. Another archer here. This is going to be tough days. They're going to need to buy him so much more. They're going to need to buy him so much more right now. They've actually backed away from holding this guy. But I think he's scouting right now. He sees this settle. He's going to pop across here. He can hold him there, but this guy could make a pain in the butt here because he needs to get all the way to there. Feed the World Pilgrimage. I don't know if I like the idea of... I don't really know why he did that. Holy site into double prayer into a religion when who would have taken the religion from him? I mean, maybe they were worried that Japan was going to try and deny religion? I mean, there was no way they were going to try and deny religion on Feed the World. I guess, sorry. He actually went far enough so he didn't have to buy that tile. He denied the 2-2 settle just to make sure he didn't have to buy the tile to get the 2-2-3 in there. I mean, he's got to start popping archers now. He has no choice but to start popping archers now. They do try to occasionally deny, but who is going to do the denial? Like, I mean, who is going to deny it? And I don't know what you mean by cheesy. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what you mean by cheesy. I mean, yes, she's getting a religion, but that's not a surprise that she's getting. It's not a surprise she's getting a religion, but I mean, I don't agree with the decision. Particularly, feed the world when you've only got one city in the tundra. I mean, and I just think it's a mistake. The only other time I've seen Zone of Control do a religion denial was when Gandhi denied Crusade from Basil. And if you think that's silly or cheesy or whatever, then you're crazy. Because denying yeah, here come the archers. Denying yeah, this did not go well. I guess he settles this way now. Denying Crusade from Basil is an unbelievably smart play. I don't think it's cheesy at all. I don't mind the religion play from Japan. They're the only ones with religion, right? Or sorry, I'm not far enough over. They're the only ones with religion. Half price holy site, so it's super cheap. She can go get Tithe. Tithe, spread it to her teammates. That's a ton of gold. They're going to need gold. I don't mind this play at all. It's faster than Harbors for getting gold. Yeah. Sorry, Slum, I'm just going to completely disagree with you. I don't think there was any chance that she was going to try and... In this case, I don't think she's doing this to deny... Well, she was never doing this to deny Feed the World. I think she was doing it to get a religion to help make money for the team. And Hendu makes a good point. If there's a baked in strat by the best team and the winning condition on the other side, right? So Russia's got a way to play the game that will make them really, really hard to play. If you denied them Feed the World, because for all they know, Russia's got a massively expansive kind of tundra, right? And if you deny Feed the World, then Russia comes from God tier to just really, really good. So why would it be cheesy to deny that from them? If that was the play, I'm not saying it was. We need to see tech and strategies, please. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sure. So nobody has iron up yet, but it's probably getting pretty close. Domidar's already gone iron working, so he already has iron revealed. These guys switched to celestial navigation, which is obvious because they need to do it already. They need to do that. I'm guessing Domidar 100%. 100% Domidar is going to. Oh, he's going to come settle this for the gold and that. Get that golden culture booming. Lead the tech tree. They've already bought out to this iron for him. He's going to go and work that. He's already got the builder underway. Russia's still on one city. Yeah, they're both on their way to ironworking. One of them might stop it. Like he needs to go all the way through ironworking, right? So, yeah. Oh, he'll boost it with. Yeah, you're right. He'll boost it with by building the iron mine and get there before him. So he'll boost it for him. But this is in really rough shape. They're not going to be able to put it under zone of control for a while. But I mean, they can't even buy him a unit. Well, they could buy him an archer. Could they? No, I don't want to have an archer here though. They could shift them out, buy him another warrior. He's got double encampment going up. This is going to be really hard, though. This is too many archers. I just don't know how he defends this. Slinger in the other city. He's going to have 2 other cities. This is going to be really tough. Yeah, he can't get. He doesn't need to though. He'll get iron. He'll get iron here, and she won't wait on getting iron too quickly there. And there's iron beside him as well. So they can all get iron up, but they needed to go get celestial navigation as well. They've already done mining. They all were on mining at one point. So once it's boosted, they'll go celestial navigation, back to ironworking, get builders. You can see they've already got builders going, so they're going to be in position to get it up. So they'll be able to feed him iron. My guess is that he loses the cap turn after next. He needs to get a stronger warrior inside the city. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they're okay with this. Because now the city's just like, I mean, he's losing units, but he's letting the city heal back up. But there's so many archers coming, it doesn't matter. As death, Tastine. Well, I mean, what are you gonna do when this happens? Turn 2, right? He's trying to get out, but I'm not sure what you mean by doesn't need iron working. Yeah, I mean, if he can hold this with Immortals for a long time. Yes, but if he has, but swim. I don't know what you mean by swim. Where? You can't get on either of these tiles. So how the horse is going to do this? You hold this, put yeah, I don't know what you mean. I don't think I've seen a top player die to noobs early in ages, but 2 times. I mean, I know. So here's the thing, as death. I try to give you all the love I can, bud, but and I know that you guys have a little bit of a friendly rivalry because you battle at the top. There goes the city. You guys battle off at the top of the leaderboards in the CPL, but after some of the things I saw you do yesterday, I don't know, man. Slinger's popping out here. What did you do yesterday? I mean, you had a fun strat with those red coats, but did it do anything? I mean, all the love, bro. But when you spent $3,000 on a engineer 2 turns before I needed to upgrade $3,000 worth of, or 3,000 gold worth of units into a tank push. Full blast. Full blast. Nyrene. How you doing, Nyrene? I mean, I don't know what you do against this. I mean, this is just Maori things. This is Maori things right here. Insane production, spam warriors, spam archers. How do you stop it? 2,100 gold, you're making 600 GBT. I'm not. No hate, bro. No hate. He needs to stand on this. Yeah, this is. I mean, he's trying right now. He's just trying to delay, but this just doesn't work well, unfortunately. Help coming from the north. Maybe this city holds. I don't know. Problem is that he needs to get a general. He needs to get a general. Before they occupy that spot. You can hold this and this decently. I don't know. It's not good. Jack, you need archers of your own. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anybody could have survived this. But I don't know if 2 extra cities was the play. I think he just felt like he needed to get units up. I just maybe underestimated the spam. I don't know. I'll be right back, guys. I just gotta deal with the dog. Sorry. It's feeding time for the dog. We just had exact same scenario in our game, Maori Archer rushing. Yeah, it's exact. I was watching your game. I actually was watching that game, and the thing is I don't know what you do here, because the thing is that they drop these cities in, and then they work incredibly strong tiles, and they spam units. So if you sit on one city and try to outproduce this, you're gonna die anyway, right? Like, you're not going to outproduce this. I mean, he had 6 or 7 warriors. Then he got another city. Then he spammed 8 archers. I mean, you're not going to beat that with one city, right? So what is your answer? You've got to get a city out. He went for 3 city strat. I don't know. Is there any way to stop that? Godless Falcon and his insanity. Yeah, that was insanity. No one on their team has iron except Damodar. Yeah, they need to switch off to it. Noob's going bronze working now. Jessica's got 2 left, and then she'll switch. He's going to boost it, so Task will have it in like 3 turns. He'll need the iron. In 3 turns, he'll need the iron. He's got that one up. There's an iron here. She needs to get a builder going. This should be a builder instead of a settler right now. They need to have a builder 100%. He's got a builder ready. I'm guessing he's going to swim this builder over here. He's actually got fishing boats to do, but he needs to... He's got stone circles. What are the Pantheons, by the way? Does she get fishing boats? What's her religion? Hepatitis C. Defender of the Faith. Choral music. No surprise there. Her Pantheon is God of War and Plunder. I don't know who got... There's God of the Sea there. Indonesia, God of the Sea. I mean, this is just rough. Does Zone of Control have a streamer? Curious about the mood there. Yes. Damodar will be streaming. Here comes a horse from the north. Just ZoC Damodar. Just a second. Twitch.tv/ZoC Damodar. If anybody wants to listen in on what's going on, that's where you can do it. I'll be right back. Sorry. The dog's being a pain in my butt right now. I was hoping the wife would get home in time to deal with her feeding and stuff, but she's just crying and crying and crying. See, like, he dealt with this, but I don't know. There's not a whole lot he can do with this. Because he's not going to get a general off. Right, like 1 point a turn. He's got 30 turns. I mean, not at this point now. I don't think. Not with 2. He retook it once, but it's not like he won't be able to retake it again. But these guys are in a hard position to shoot, so they're just kind of an annoyance right now. So his unit pops out. He shifts it back, holds the tile. How's gold going? They are working hard to get gold up. These guys are actually struggling on gold because they're obviously spending a lot of money on the archers. But Damodar Noob getting their gold up. Jessica went Holy Sites, so she's doesn't have it there. Harbor, a 3 harbor there and a 3 harbor there is going to get the gold up for them, which is good. Big thing is how long are the harbors here? These harbors are up as well. Yeah, so they're at 7 gold a turn. Okay. That fishing boat Pantheon with 2 fishing boats. Troll. Yeah, he's getting another warrior here. I think they need to buy him a warrior. They need to be able to keep shifting units in and out, right? That's the big thing, is he needs to be able to keep shifting. Oh, they bought the warrior, but he bought it here instead. Yeah, this is a lot of trouble coming up here. Man, you've got to feel. This is 2 games in a row. Oh. Man. Remaps could be such cancer, dude. DeVries, it's crazy. Like, I mean, twice now, fish, they had a perfectly fine spawn, and they remapped it. It would have been an easy clap win if they'd have stayed in it. And instead they remapped, and now they paid for it on back-to-back maps of absolute cancerous positions. Like, just terribly bad positions. And now it's just, you can't compete. Bravo will be extremely difficult to take, no doubt. No doubt about it. Once he gets an immortal in there, right, is the big thing. He's got iron working in 3. He's going to have it. So he puts an immortal in there, and I don't know how you take that city for a long time. Because he can't even shoot over. These are both flat tiles. He can't even shoot over the top of this. It's going to be 1 tile into an immortal in the city. I don't know how. And then the thing is he'll be able to put immortals here, and immortals here can shoot as well. So I mean, you just die. I don't know how you take this city. He's got a spearman coming here to protect against the horse. Money to upgrade the archer, maybe. I don't know what he's going to do there, but yeah, it's. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't. They either needed to ban Maori or pick Maori, and they let them go through, and here it is. It was banned. See, and you know what it was? It was choosing this instead of Maori. They should have went Japan Maori, and they'd have been fine. They went England Maori, and now it's 3 versus 4, and you've lost your best player. Well, it's teamers, so everyone's gonna have a golden age. I would imagine. I can't imagine that everyone's not gonna have a golden age. Yeah. Oh, actually, Fish isn't, because he didn't get to explore, so he's actually not going to be in a golden age, which is actually good for him. Not being in a golden age is actually really good for him, because it would have just given him a boost here. Although this city's going to die, but not being in a golden age actually helps him. What do I think about a Minotaur as a Civ? Mid-tier, nothing special. I don't enjoy playing. Well, you don't. It's dropping these. You don't have to take it, but not being able to take it means he's in the game, which means he's earning, points towards, Congress and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, this is just brutal. A couple more settlers coming for Russia. Still on 2 cities here, obviously, as he's spamming units to come and end this. Although at this point, he's probably got enough units to end this. He's got enough units to end this, and I mean, doesn't matter how many horses you have, that's not going to stop this once he's got an immortal in there. Japan with the early religion, just getting a 3rd city out now. Oracle going up here for Greece. They're going to, of course, going to try to defend culture, but I don't know what the play could possibly be at this point. I do not know what the play could possibly be at this point for a win. I mean, you've got Free Sim England, should be able to pivot to some pretty crazy science production, but I don't know how you stop this. Like, I don't know how this gets stopped in any way, shape, or form, to be honest with you. Ironworking's done. I'm guessing when this unit pops, he becomes an immortal. Guessing they've got the gold. Yes, they have the gold. Oh, sorry, wrong side. They have the gold. Actually, they're low on gold right now. They've been buying stuff. Huh. Nude could maybe kill Russia later. Yeah. Melt this. You can battleship. If he has an amazing game. Nyrene, zone of control will drop to the lower bracket, but they should still qualify. Yes, I mentioned that. Very good point, Nyrene. I mentioned that at the beginning of the stream, mentioning that the loser of this, whether it's 2-0, a 2-0 run for Joy, or somehow a comeback at this point from zone of control, which I don't see happening at this point. One way or another, the loser of this series plays the loser of the other series, and Zone of Control will be the favorite in that series as well. So there'll be a second chance for sure, which will be a little bit of console for them. This is obviously not the ideal scenario we would have hoped for if you're a Zone of Control fan. But that being said, I have... I broadcast, I believe, 4 Joy games in the qualifying bracket, the four brackets of qualifying, and they played really well in almost every game I did. One game they got the worst spawn in history on Japan on an inland sea and didn't have a chance. But really, Joy played really well. I'm a fan of a number of the people on their team that I thought they did a really good job of beating it wheelchair gaming, which was very admirable. Got themselves to this position, and they've gotten the maps that they needed and performed the way they needed to. So yeah, a little bit of luck when you get the maps you need, then you got the maps. There you're gonna go, right? That's how it works. And here comes the immortal here now in 2 turns. So yeah, I'm happy for them if that ends up being what it is. It'll be interesting to see them in the CW or the CWC. See what happens. ZoC rather than Sivger. Fights in chat. Oh no. Do I think that's a good spawn for Russia? No, it's a terrible spawn for Russia, but it doesn't matter. Russia can still do Russia things. Yeah, no, zone of control, they will not be out, Piccadilly. As I mentioned 3 times already, they will not be out. That's not how it works. Maybe you get tasked to PP patrol, since both since semi-bonds are both. I don't think you're going to get tasked to leave zone of control. I think you have 0% chance of that. How long to rebellion? Rebellion on what?
Normal nom, normal
Sure,
nom,
what you
normal
mean.
nom.
Gonzo Man, 31 months. Thank you very much for that, buddy. I appreciate it. Welcome back for 31 months. Good to have you here. Don't talk shit about Sam. 1K military, just camping on my own. Thank you very much for that. Shep, good to see you, bud. So the Immortal Pops, they'll probably give him stuff to upgrade these. Maybe he builds a galley, start defending this, I suppose. Gonna get a settler on this sea. They'll be spamming galleys. But again, the problem is eventually he's going to be out-teched. Eventually he gets out-teched here. And then this will just get killed. Maori will sim up, and he'll out-tech this. And frigates and a caravel or 2 will finish this off, I would imagine. But he'll hold for a bit. It's not really going to matter. Even an amazing sim here by... you can see, there's some action over here in Chinguete. Even an amazing sim here by Noob is not going to change the calculus of this game. It was another horrible map. So really, like I've said, the choice was made by Zone of Control to remap the very first map they had in the first game. That was a mistake. That would have been an easy clap win. If they'd have stayed on that map, they would have won that game easy. They pivoted off of that remap into almost guaranteed loss game because it was a god spawn in the middle of the map from Zulu, and Zone of Control's best player was in an IRL position where he was going to get killed either way. And then again, map killed him again. Just Maori spawned right on him with Mapuche to the north. There's nothing you can do about it. Papega Plaza, yeah. Campus commercial hub later. They could make a campus a +3. That's really just a +3 campus is all that's for. I don't really know where else you put it. You don't really want to kill this. And he wants to do wonder things around a theater square. So I don't really know if there's a whole lot else you could do, but... Yes, Red Jacket. And so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I'll let you in a little secret. We talked about this in conversations, and it was discussed that you either ban Maori or take them with one of your first 2 picks. And they didn't ban Maori, and Russia got taken. And they should have taken Maori and Japan. That was the plan. And I think Noob stepped in and said, I don't want to play Maori. I don't want to play Japan. I want to play these guys. And then they said, and then maybe Jessica said, I don't want to play Maori. I'd rather play Japan. And maybe they were hoping that Maori wouldn't get picked. I don't know what the calculus was there. But the decision was made. At the very least, the decision ended up getting made. Here comes Victor. Here comes a galley. 2 immortals. To let them slip. And it was just... He has reef. It's already 3. Oh, I didn't even see the reef. Yeah, so it's a 3 there. Yeah. I don't really know. I mean, I've made more than my fair share of Papega Plazas in my life. I think if we're being honest, DeVries, I'm sure you could probably admit to having made some pretty bad plazas in the time pressure. Are Joy qualified if they win? Yes. Thank you, Nyrene. Yeah, that's exactly correct. Sorry, chat's flying by there. Hello to you, Gonzo. It's good to see you. Brahms, thank you for being here as well. Yes, the winner of this. So basically, there's the way it worked is there was the original 4 brackets that that were part of the CWC qualifying. And anybody who was in the CWC already no longer had to compete against those guys. So you got to buy through to this later round. So the original brackets were non-previous CWC teams facing off to get a bye or a passage onto this bracket. And Joy was one of those teams. So there's a 4-way qualifier that you needed to try and get onto. Once you got to this 4-way qualifier, who was the other team? PP Patrol was playing somebody, and then there was this match. So PP Patrol, Zona Control, Joy, and another team those were the 4 teams. 3 get to move on. Winners move on. Losers play for the last spot. I don't know if I explained that well, but there you go. Yeah, he's preparing for. That's why I said earlier. I don't know why he's making all these horses. He had 2 horses and 2 archers, more than enough to take this city, and he was still making 2 more horses. I'm like, why is he making more horses? This city dies and this one doesn't. So now he's literally preparing for a horse race. But yeah, I don't know. There's no passage up here to get to Russia. This is going to be free sim. Assuming you can stop Diplo win, it's free sim Greece against free sim Russia. Russia does not have an ideal spawn as far as tundra, but they do have a lot of really good land. They do have River Goddess, so they're getting some good campus or good holy sites on there. So it's a nice pivot from the usual Dance of Aurora fare. He'll get a pretty nice city up here. I'm guessing he goes coastal and then one here. And then I'm guessing he's going to go like, what? Something in here and then something on each coast. And then he's just, I guess, I'm not sure if you want to go coast because maybe going coast is the one way you're vulnerable, right? He's not going to want to go coast, especially on this side. Even this is already vulnerable. Noob has a really big game. Maybe he can damage this up. Sideshow. Yes. Fish got screwed by spawn again, unfortunately. One more time. 2 times in a row. Fish has died again. And yet, it's funny, Hendu, you were making the point earlier. Hey, Shockman. Yes, Fish is dying again to completely Irrel spawn twice in a row now. Not good times for Fish. I got a feel for him. It's funny you made that point, New, about leveling your units. Hendu. But in reality, there's only one unit that can stand here. And these guys can't actually even shoot. These guys here can shoot, so leaving a unit there might actually be kind of a mistake. Maybe even delete that because you're never going to compete against 2 archers. So he might even delete that unit to keep from leveling these guys. And then the thing is that a unit goes here and then he just levels into this. He's just going to level this immortal. Oh yes, but he standing here, you get hit from 4 or 5 tiles, right? You stand there, you get hit from 5 tiles. The city just sits here, yeah. So Russia's on 4 cities. Settler spam is on. 1 settler here. He settled this one. 3 more settlers. He's going to get wide and do his thing. I'd like to see the same from at some point from Damodar. Couple theater squares going up. Obviously, that is Pericles' things. He's going to get Stonehenge and make himself a religion. He's got Oracle coming in line there, which is not... So basically, Russia, staying on one city for so long, has... He got a nice campus there. Has put themselves in a position where they're a little slow to compete for early wonders. So... And I know how much Domitar loves his early wonders. He's going to try... Okay, so he's gone right into a settler after this. He's going to probably try and get his settler card in, cheapen that up. And I'm imagining that they'll try to give him... Like, this is their winning condition, right? So they'll give him every little bit of land here they can. He'll be able to settle the coast if he wants. He'll be able to settle all the way up here. He can hold these chokes and settle all of this. He could even settle a city in here. He might even be able to come across here. Like they'll let him, hopefully, settle as many cities as he can. Do Pericles things. I don't know if you ever slow down the Russia victory, though. It's just it's all about the power of the Lavra. In the end of the day, it's the power of the Lavra. Why are they so spaced out? Well, I'm not sure about this settle here, to be honest with you. The wife is home and the dog's happy about it. I'm not sure about that settle, to be honest with you. This settle was for obvious reasons. So there was no question about why you settle this. But I don't know about this one. It leaves one more settle here, but if you settle the cattle... I think he eliminated a settle here. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why that city was settled like that. Oh wait, yes I do. I know exactly why. Because there's no hills. Oh my god, this land's flat. That's the first hill you ran into. Exactly. You settle the cattle, there's no hill because you can't do anything on the diamond. There's literally no hills. The niter was too close, so he couldn't settle the niter. The cattle's too far for no hills. The next city he could settle was right here for a hill. Look at how flat that land is. So this is what bugs me too. BBS is so broken. It's so broken. Greece is supposed to have a hill bias. Where are the hills? I mean, there's hills over here. If you just settled over here, I mean, there's just, where are the hills? There's a hill, there's a couple hills here. Some hills here, but like there's just... I mean, it's bad luck, I guess. I mean, I guess there's a fair amount of hills on the capital, but just really bad luck for hills. No, he couldn't. If he just settled the diamond, there's still no hills. It has to be a hill next to the capital in order to get the extra adjacency on the Acropolis. So, I mean, he could have settled the cattle, and then... But then he would have had to settle he would have had to put the Acropolis like out here on the second ring or something, and then it wouldn't have gotten the extra adjacency. Still might have been a thought though. Give up the adjacency, put it next to like there. The Acropolis here still would have been fine. Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do there. Oracle coming in. This guy got a promotion, but eventually I think he just dies because this is just too much. This is a level 2 archer now. He's just, all these archers are leveling up. Not that it really matters. This city actually wants to flip here. Rebellion in 7. He needs to get a governor in there, or he's just going to take it back, which would be a pain in the butt. Yeah, he's doing pretty good damage there. I'm guessing he's going to step this one in. I'm not sure why he moved away there. He's gotten galleys out. So he's going to have to continue to buy galleys, or make galleys here. Galleys. Yeah. Cattle 3 tiles? What? You gotta. Oh, great Bath coming in here. You gotta go better than that. I have no idea what you're talking about. Sketching Guede. He still has a settle here. Settle inland if you want it. He's got all this coast to settle. And none of it's great, but there is a lot of chops, so he can definitely get stuff done. Not a lot of sea resources either, so it's not going to make a lot of great. Now, this is interesting, though. This is his home continent. This is all new continent, and this is all new continent from his home. So that is very interesting as far as his settling is concerned. He'll be able to get a lot of settles in here and get his bonus. As Victoria, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. We talked about it. Pick Maori or ban him. They did neither. They decided that they wanted to go Victoria and Japan and pray that Maori didn't get picked. It got him killed. Ball game. You're still rooting for your boy Damadizzle to somehow hyper carry. Damadizzle, indeed, yeah. Damadizzle for the win. So for those of you wondering, we lost our minds last night. Moondoggy, have a good one, buddy. We lost our minds last night. Golden was there. As Death, also known as To Be Civilization, was there. Domadar was there. There was a lot of really good players in the lobby, a lot of big dogs, and we all lost our mind, and we decided to do an 8v8, basically in the middle of the night, and it was cancerous. And anyway, during that, everybody, I think I might have been the only person who didn't change their name. Everybody was changing their name to random things, and Domadar changed his name to Damadizzle. It was the biggest. It was insanity. 8v8 insanity. We absolutely lost our minds playing that game. Well, he stepped an Immortal up here. He's going to see what happens. I think this Immortal is going to have a lot of trouble, though. He's going to probably shift and run back. Just experimenting here, probably. He is getting a settler going. I'm surprised they didn't buy him a settler. Buy him a settler. If they could ever get him a settler, the galleys protect it. Walk it across here. Shipbuilding. Walk it across here. Oh my god, it's a long ways. But if you could ever get it... Oh, no, sorry. These guys are in the way. I was thinking... I keep forgetting that Indonesia, who's spawning inland for some reason, instead of spawning all of this. I mean, I guess they're trying to take up some land before it gets taken from them, maybe? I don't really know. Interesting choice. They're coming across here to settle this. Not a bad idea. The Ambers would make that a really nice city overall. Is it... Oh, yeah. I'll do that. Is it 4v4v4? Funny. We could have done 4v4v4, to be honest with you. This city would be pretty broken, though, yeah. 2 2s for days, a 3-2. Disgusting fish tiles. And they actually have God of the Sea, so this is going to be a ridiculous tile here. And so will this. This city's broken. The horse is on its way. This pass is not going to be held. I don't know. I thought he had a. Oh no, the archer pushed him off that. So he's going to need to get units up to kind of protect all this. He's got a horse coming here. Horse comes over and helps to protect all that area. Maybe an archer will help that as well. It's not going to be a big push. They're not going to make a really big investment into that. Although they're bringing a couple more horses. They're getting super aggressive here. I don't agree with a lot of what I'm seeing here, to be honest with you. I agree with this. I don't agree with any of this. But do. What are you gonna do? Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, that's why I got. Why build 3 horses when you're on free sim? You're gonna build 3 horses and push into Pericles? Why not build 6 of them and then they can all die? Persia's basically out of the game. Indo won't carry hard, but if you slow Pericles, you win with Russia. Yeah, but how are you going to slow him with 3 horses? It's just a terrible choice. Somebody was asking. Somebody was asking what exactly happened to Fish. So Fish, where is he? Fish spawned right here. This is a spawn. Pretty good spawn. Go take it. Not too bad at all. But unfortunately, right here in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean is where Maori spawned, and he went like this. And then he went like this and settled. And then with a 1-3 and a 1-4, pop 2, began to spit out warriors every other turn. And there was like 7 or 8 warriors here. And there wasn't a whole lot Fish could do about it. He got 3 cities out so he could spam extra units to try and slow it down. Maybe he should have just went 2 cities. This was kind of maybe lost production here. But the inevitable happened. He spammed 8 warriors, got another settle down, spammed 8 archers. The archers came in. This city would never had a chance. There's no way anybody stops this from happening. Fortunately, there was an ideal city here between this choke with cliffs on either side that makes it perfect for him. So he spammed out 3 galleys. I think he may have spammed 2 galleys. They bottom one. And so he's going to have to get galleys just to defend the land. They might even buy him another galley, I'm guessing, to make sure that this settler gets across. And then problem is where does the settler even go? Like, maybe he goes and settles the marble. You try to defend that with some immortals. He lost an immortal with his experimenting. I don't know, guys. Yes, but what are the horses going to do? He's got hoplites. He's got 2 horses here, but what is this going to do? He's just going to get 3 hoplites out, and the horses just absolutely melt. This is the point I'm making. It's just not forethought into who you're attacking. Don't do Charlie, kids. Yeah, it's just rough. I mean, it doesn't matter who sits here. It doesn't matter who sits here. You could have put Tortured here. I'm sure if Tortured was in here, he'd tell you the same thing, that there was no chance. Nothing you did about it. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. They lost on spawn twice. Sheffield for some more fishing boats and a nice campus. Then you settle the wheat. Jessica getting her temple up for the culture monument. Would love to see her pivot out of those temples and into, finish the temples off and then pivot into like settler spam. Those horses are coming to kill Mitla, it looks like. He broke the gentleman's agreement. Fish was joking during the lobby phase. Fish was joking that there was a gentleman's agreement that they would not be taking any of his cities. And I mean, Fish has taken it with a little bit of, with a bit of a smile, I guess you could say. Like, hey, what are you going to do? He lost on spawn twice. It is what it is. I agree. They lost when they let Maori go to the other team. That's what had happened. I don't think that they're afraid of Russia. This game could have just as easily had Persia spawn right next to Russia, right? If Persia spawns where Bandar Brunei is sitting right here, then it's a remap because Persia kills Russia, and there's nothing they can do to stop it, right? If this is Persian land, right? It's just they let Maori into the game and they lost on map. They lost on map twice in a row, but yes, if they had appropriately not allowed Maori into the game, then this wouldn't have happened. If Fish went from archers to tanks until immortals, at least he would have been able. What? Yes, why didn't he just build tanks? Russia, Maori, and Mapuche are all bannable. Yes, they are. Yep. But you can only ban 3. I'm not sure if you're familiar with how it works, but you can only ban 3. So the horse is dead. The archer dies. Just a waste. They banned Zulu. And they banned Germany. And they banned Dido. Dido was a very good ban because if Dido gets picked first, Dido is OP on this map. Dido is off the charts on this map. And with whatchamacallit getting banned first, with Joy picking first, you do not want them to have Dido. So Zulu was a must. Dido was a must. Germany, I don't know. Like, to me, if they weren't going to take Maori, if they were going to go England into Japan, Victoria and Hojo, then they 100% should have banned Maori instead of Germany. Germany doesn't really scare me that much compared to what Maori can do to screw up your game. Ooh, thank you. Wow. Scotland is OP right now. How you doing, Devinar? Scotland was the first off the board. The first ban of the game was by Joy, and they banned Scotland. Indeed. Sorry, guys. The Adventures of TFF. Howdy, just tuned in? Yeah. Another loss on spawn. Another loss on spawn for Fish. So he brought his galleys back in order to heal up. Now it's a 3v3, about to be 4v3 galley. He needs to get the settler out. I don't know where he's thinking because this is waiting for him. Maybe he tries to get it through here. Maybe he tries to negotiate this. Ooh, Yosemite. I don't know. I mean, he can't get past this. There's a Japanese scout. I mean, if he ever just disappeared with the settler. If he ever just disappeared with the settler and got down here, they'll watch this, I guess. I don't know how he ever gets it out. I'm guessing it was some sort of attempt at an escape settler, but I just don't know where it goes. Speaking of settlers, I love this. Settler. He's going to come and work this. They need a stupid wide Victoria right here. It's basically, Victoria can do crazy things. Victoria gets to research labs and gets powered up. She can do crazy science things. So if Pericles can stop Russia from winning a culture game, and Victoria can do stupid things with science, meh. Crazier things have happened. Japan's job will be to make money. Victoria will make it as well. I'm assuming, we didn't check yet. I'm assuming she went defender in there. I'm assuming with Tithe. Oh no, itinerant preachers. Okay, so nobody's taken Tithe yet, eh? I would think that somebody wants to evangelize into Tithe at some point. Maybe Japan evangelizes into Tithe. Yeah. This is one of those things where I feel like Jessica needs to pivot into settlers. Maybe come in. Well, she can't settle this now. Oh, they went and deleted this. Okay. She doesn't actually have all that much land. If they're gonna let, actually that's true actually too. If they're gonna let all of this go to Victoria in order to go super wide and crazy tall and all the things. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Because really, like, Mapuche is kind of irrelevant at this point. Even though, like, they can sim in that, but there's nothing they can do to stop anything. This is already done. These two civs, these two guys are not really going to have a whole lot to do with the game anymore, right? It's going to be about making gold and Russia doing as much as they can to win the game, and Pericles trying to stop it. And then this becoming a win condition. Mapuche invading England. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not going to work. It's a one-tile choke that they can later block off. It was a little surprise that popped through there. It won't let me switch. There we go. Domidar's on 56 culture. Obviously Fish not doing much. So right now, statistically, Noob is winning science and Domidar is winning culture by a lot. Of course, Rush is all but accelerating off of the monumentality, so that'll get changed up a little bit. This science is fake science, obviously. Running free inquiry with the holy sites. Jessica's clearly gone into. Oh, she's gone monumentality. Okay, so she's going to go settlers. Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking about this. He obviously doesn't know this is there until now. There's nothing he can do at this point. He gets more galleys out. Even if he gets enough galleys out to win this, there's just nowhere he can go. Yeah, 118. It's not great. 124. He had a very slow start. If you weren't here, they had a very slow start. He went one city into Lavra into double prayers to get his religion. And so he was sitting on one city on like turn 35 or something like that. It was crazy. And then he finally got Moscow out. But he's accelerating now. He got to like 5 cities, and then I think he's been buying settlers to continue to expand. Obviously, very little tundra, so that's not helping him out too much. Although with tundra's not as important without getting, now that you're not getting the extra faith on the tiles, but it's still, the production's pretty big. And having to just play in normal people's land is me. Oh, it's a very shit spawn. It's a very shit spawn. He ended up going River Goddess. Yeah, I don't. You'd have to go back and check the VOD, but he was a long time getting to a second city. Like, I bet you it was turn 25 at least before Moscow got settled. Somewhere in that vicinity. Obviously, you see a lot of builders popping out with all that faith. Curious to see what's going to happen with the faith that... Okay, so she's got another settler down here. She's going to go settle... Maybe that, I guess? A really nice campus. Campus harbor action. Oh, there's the harbor, actually. Yeah. Harbor campus action right there on that settle. Horse going into the water to go see what's going on. She's going to have to keep an eye open for that. That could be a real pester. She's trying to get Mohabity. So this is a play right here. Mohabity is a play to start defending against a Diplo victory, which of course is a big threat considering Fish is basically a ticking time bomb for eventual death. He's come and settled non-fresh here. To get this, he's gonna have a holy site, a campus up in here, and then potentially continues to settle further out, get bold. I'd probably start back settling, however. He has some good options back here. You could settle maybe here or here. Oh, is that a hill? Yeah. You could settle here and then still get a city down in here. 1, 2, 3. So you can get 3 more cities here. Could go non-fresh here. Non-fresh isn't ideal, but really a big part of it is even if you get cities down late non-fresh. Is there a hill in here anywhere? I don't see much for hills. Yeah, you could settle like, oh no, you have to settle here. But even if you don't get the adjacency, just settle non-fresh, find a hill, put down your Acropolis, build at half price, get your amphitheaters built. It's really just about creating points at that point. Look, everybody, we discovered Brussels. It's just about discovering. It's just about building cities and creating acropolises and getting points, right? We can take a quick look here. He's working 5.7 artists, 10.3 writers. Yeah. The real question is, who is going to miss the free inquiry and lose the game? It's a good question. 10 turns to go. Nobody on Joy having a good time with Euroscore at the moment, but 10 turns is a long time. Japan, I'm guessing she tries to chop this to make sure she gets it in the era. And she'll be looking pretty good. Domidar's already there. Fish is already there. Noob is projecting for an admiral. Something's not going on. There's some of the... Oh, sorry, admiral. I'm looking at the wrong spot. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Looking in the wrong spot. So the +3 strength, I guess England, they want to make sure that they get it over top of Indonesia. So he's projecting to get the +3 combat strength. Yeah, the +3. I was looking at the generals because I'm an idiot. Yes, it's very true, Nightshade. as soon as Fish dies. By the way, what is the adventures of the settler are? He's actually winning the battle in the sea, which is good. He's winning the battle of the sea here. Fish's war moves are disgusting. And ooh. Oh, he went over here. Interesting. So he's got another one coming out. Interesting. He's going to shift under that back, I would imagine. Oh, he's got a promotion there. Okay. So yeah, okay. But I don't know what he plans to do. Like maybe he's just having, at this point, I think he's just having fun. It's an aquatic cage fight. It kind of is. I think he's just kind of having fun. Like, I'm going to get a settler, see if I can get this thing out of here. I don't know. By the way, the wife brought this home for me. She actually got it from a friend at work. Rhonda. Rhonda, you're definitely not watching right now, but thank you. Because I like you. This looks pretty good. Look at that. She plopped it on my desk. It's ready for me to eat. Thank you, Rhonda. Can I get some thank you Rhondas in chat, please? Your wife is an enabler. My wife is 100% absolutely an enabler. And I love her for it. Some men just want to watch the world burn. Fish win a row, yeah. Rhonda MVP, exactly. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Rhonda. Sorry, I won't do that again, I promise. Pretty tasty. I think this is like the third straight year she's given these out, too. It's her own mix, I do believe. She has the Chex. She has the popcorn. There's pretzels. These little cheese nubbies. Who likes bugles? Who likes bugles? Very good. Even the little fishies. Speaking of our boy Fish. And of course my favorite. Shreddies. Okay. You guys don't need to hear me eating all night. Thanks, Rhonda. Feel free to mail us. Feel free to mail us some too. Absolutely, right? It'll be in my Discord. What'll be in the Discord? What? Could Fish levy religious city units on South? He could. Can I see that in here? Yeah. Asakos controls Jerusalem, so that's not going to be a place to go. This will not be friendly land. Hattusa, nobody currently owns Hattusa. And, I mean, he could levy them, but, like, you're just going to be Irelling warriors in here, I suppose. Give you a pathway to get out. But, I mean, where'd he go? Like, I think he's just, this guy, he's probably going to sit here and just guard this. I don't know. Even though ZoC's probably... Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. The game, despite this unfortunate situation here... Zone of Control, yeah. Zone of Control is not out of this game. Russia has not pivoted to culture things at all. Damodar is getting the amphitheaters up and starting to earn, like, you can see great writers all over the place, guys. When the amphitheaters hit, the great writers start popping. I mean, he's getting wonders out. He's already got Oracle. He got his religion. He got Hanging Gardens. It's going to help him grow. He's getting Apadana in 4. He's going to get fed from his teammates. You've got a big situation going on here. I mean, this game's not over. I mean, obviously, Russia Free Sim is the control situation. I'm surprised I don't see any hoplites. Like a couple hoplites in here, and this conversation's over. Although the archers are gonna kind of peg away at people, but like you can defend this. Like there's this tile's annoying here though. These hills are really valuable to keep this from harassing you, but this tile here is the more annoying part. This tile here is the annoying part for holding this.